powders with added sugars or other sweeteners will have their prices increased by 50%. This includes products in the form of a beverage, liquid, concentrate, powders, extracts, or any product that may be converted into a drink. Juices and drinks containing added sugar and sweeteners will also be subject to the 50% tax. This is according to a series of tweets from the UAE Government Communication Office yesterday, intended to reduce the consumption of harmful goods, prevent chronic illnesses linked to sugar and tobacco, and help consumers make sensible, healthy choices. Let's get the thoughts now of clinical dietitian at the Al Zahra Hospital in Sharjah. Katheeja Basheer joins us live on the line now to give us her professional opinion. Katheeja, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Tom. Tell me, how are you doing?
Very well indeed. Appreciate you being on board today. And I'd like to find out your thoughts about the negative impact that sugars and sugary drinks are having on the health of the nation at the moment. Is this move from the government to increase excise duties welcomed by the medical profession?
Yeah, actually, yes, it is a wonderful initiative from the UAE government for the welfare and well-being of the people. Because, especially the sugary drinks nowadays, one of the prevailing chronic disease condition is obesity, which is seen in this particular world. And type 2 diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, lots of other disease conditions are prevailing in this generation because of these types of harmful products.
We're trying to, obviously there is grey area at the moment. We know that well-known brands like Coca-Cola, Red Bull, Pepsi have been taxed already in the past as carbonated drinks. This takes it a little bit further. The new levy will be on sugary drinks, powders that can be added to drinks that also include sugar as well. Is this taking it further than it needs to go, or are there so many sources of sugar that are having a negative impact?
Actually, these also have an impact on the disease conditions too. These sugary energy drinks, these powders, everything which is having caffeine, taurine, sugars in it, which makes the people dehydrated, and these consumption can increase to insulin sensitivity becomes decreased.
We have had a lot of people texting and asking questions saying, if the tax is against sugar, then why are sugar-free carbonated drinks? And a number of the big companies, like your Pepsis, like your Coca-Colas, offer diet options or sugar-free options, zero options. Should they also be classed as something that should be taxed if they don't have the sugar content?
See, actually, these are comparatively, let me say, easier terms, if you're taking tobacco cigarettes, comparatively to electronic cigarettes, the harmfulness is less comparatively, but still you have harmful effect to electronic cigarettes. The same way, the consumption of the sugary drinks is more harmful than the other, the less or the non-sugary drinks too.
In terms of, obviously this gives a choice to individuals, and it helps to, as the Cabinet Secretariat were saying, enhance public health. Obviously, as a dietitian, you will understand. You will tell us that there is a place for sugar in our diets, but it's just not the. Is the problem at the moment the amount of sugar that we're consuming?
So the thing is, the sugar which comes from simple sugar like the fructose, the sucrose, is more harmful than the complex carbohydrate, the starch parts, which is coming from a healthy, like the other foods. Okay, so simple sugars are really harmful for the body.
In your experience, does taxing junk food and sugary drinks, and in this occasion e-cigarettes as well, does it work? Does it have an impact? Does it reduce the consumption?
Actually, if you ask that way, taxing will help the public, but at least the usage of these products will be reduced to an extent. But again, it depends upon the income of a person too.
Obviously, you see a number of clients, you see a number of patients come through the doors at Zahra Hospital in Sharjah on a daily basis. Do we as a nation, do we as residents of the UAE consume too many sugary drinks, do you think?
Yes, I do see, especially sugary drinks, the usage is commonly seen in youngsters. There are lots of patients with these types of habits coming to the clinic. I do see.
Katheeja,
especially obese youngsters.
We also wanted to get your thoughts very quickly, if we may, Katheeja, not just on the sugary drinks, but also e-cigarettes. Now, we understand that the fight against tobacco is having an impact on the health of a nation. Again, when we look at the research that's going into sugary drinks, the impact it's having on our health and our diet, I'm assuming that you would say the same with regards to e-cigarettes, that not enough is known about them at the moment.
Actually, the e-cigarettes, the nicotine content is 0 to 18 milligram per DL, actually, in e-cigarettes, electronic cigarettes. But it's still harmful because, people use it for quitting smoking. Actually, if you see the nicotine, it helps producing dopamine in the brain, and it indirectly gives an addiction to the cigarette smoking itself. So e-cigarettes also can cause health defects like long-term usage. On long-term usage, it can cause harmness to the body.
One of our listeners just getting in touch, Vern's been in touch saying aspartamins are found in sugar-free drinks and that is bad for you. So thank you very much indeed, Vernon. Really appreciate your thoughts as well, Katheeja. Thank you so much indeed for joining us and giving us your professional opinions during the conversation today. So thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tom, for giving me this opportunity to...